Yeah, well. So, winter is here a bit more now. We're getting a few more cows in and stuff. So I did just think whilst we were in the early stages of winter, because of the feed situation, we probably will talk about feed a lot this winter. Like I say, we'll probably keep coming back to the same subject, because it's a bit as feed's getting less or more, or there's getting more things in, and winter's getting near the end and stuff. Well, like I say, I'll probably have 2 or 3 different attempts at feeding things a bit differently all winter, really, just this year, because it's not because feed's short, but we've got to sort of be a bit cautious with it, haven't we, like, and just work out how things are going to go into it and what's going to happen on it. But anyway, right. So the plan is we are feeding dry cows first today. Well, that is today's video. We are doing the dry cows. Sun's in my eyes. We are currently they're in the low yielders. I say we've got to pull the low yielders out and get them in. There'll be about 20 in that shed, and that's, like I say, we'll work off that. Like I say, we'll do a full mix, and that hopefully last them 2 days. About half full. It'll be, like I say, there's going to be straw going in it because the silage is a bit dry, but we are going to put straw and just try and bulk it out. I think if we can bulk it out and slow the use of silage up, you'll probably get quite a bit of fodder beat. They're going to get grains to start with. The numbers could alter as the days go on, just as I see how it's mixing up and how it's looking and stuff. But I probably will. It probably could adjust a bit. By the time the final feed they have when they're settled, when everything's in, might be a bit different to this first feed we make today, but we'll see. But anyway, right, let's get filling the feeder wagon, Well, I'll tell you what we'll do actually first. We will sort the low yielders out, get them in, and then we'll get onto the feeder. Then we'll sort the shed out, and then we'll get onto the feeder wagon then. Catch you there. So, what the job is I've got to come now and take the nearest to carving out of this shed to become and put them across into the other shed, so now like as a low yielding group. I've got my clipboard so I can see what there is. No, there's obviously a few more cubicles up here. Hold on. A few more cubicles up here. We normally run 75 up here, something like that. That's what the space there is. So I might just run, because there's a few more cubicles, I might run 93 at the minute, because I've let them all out the other shed this morning into here. I'll probably go then and take, 15 to 18 out to get the 75 over here, 78, something like that. But it's just the ones that is. Have a look. So there is down to there's 10 that dry off by the end of January, and then there's like 5, 6 barren cows. There's a cow that's in calf for June that's not giving a massive amount now, so I might put her over there, and then she has to, she can dry off just every time, perhaps dry off like 6 weeks early, and do, let's say, put the barren cows across, and then what we'll do is get them out, get them across, and then we'll have a look at what diet we're going to give them when they're in over there. And get that mixed up for them. We'll have a look at that. Like I said, we'll go drier feed just to save what we've got in silage and sort of stuff. But anyway, right, we'll get pushing. So that's not all of them. That's a lot. You see, just here with the green tail, the white one by the door. She's a barren cow, so she'll go across and have a bit, like I say, it's just, they go over there, they'll have a bit drier feed, dry the milk off them a bit, but I do eat, it's sort of so we can, I know some folk will say, keep your barons in with your milk cows, because then they're on a better diet. But I just think, like, go on lady, I just think, are they better, you know, put them, no, are you better putting your baron cows on the worst, like focus on, stop, are you better focusing on the ones that are milking, push the good ones, like your big milkers, then focus on the ones getting in calf, and then let her, go on now, that's it, go down there, then let them slowly maintain themselves, like, you know, are you better off if you do it like that? Well then, sort of, where's the taking no harm, but the, you know, let them, you haven't got to force them, have you, into, you know, you can just eat, right, coming in, getting the corn, eating the feed, they'll put weight on like her. She's like I say, she's not giving a lot now. She's got, for Holstein, she is pretty fat, pretty filled out, so she isn't too far off going, like. Don't know why I've just done that cow. So like I say, she'll, but you know, we've tried with her getting in calf, we've done that, she's just struggled to get in calf, so that's that with them. But anyway, let's push a few more out. Like this one, here's a barren cow, that one there. Go on, really. And this blue-tailed one. She's a high cell count cow, she is. This one, she keeps having issues with a quarter. And it's like, one thing is with modern, with your tubes and stuff today, they aren't as good as they used to be. Back in my day, they were better. Like I said, they don't seem to cure the problem now, as they used to. So we sort of give up on her a bit. She's high cells, she's 300 days since she calved. So she's another one sort of better off. Let's say we've got a few heifers, we've got a couple of heifers, nice, well, let the heifers come in and move her on and focus on the ones that aren't the issue, you know what I mean, aren't, I know it seems a bit cruel in the way of doing it, but I see you might as well focus on your ones that are going to get in calf and improving for you, rather than keep going with the ones that aren't, isn't it, like? But anyway, so that's the ones that are going across. It's 15 there. She's a Monty, it's got to go dry. I say she's the barren cow of the quarter. Them two have got to go dry. She had twins last year. You see another big Monty there that's got to go dry. She go like middle of January. She goes dry. The bull went in with them just as they went out. And I say a couple of these are bull services. Like she's a big old barren cow. Again, another one that she's getting towards, I say, the time of going, but she's done well. She's been a good servant to us. Been, you know, milked well, looked after herself. She's just going a bit funny up shape now. But her problem is a bit because of TB. She was 3/4, come down August bag and a quarter. So we are actually only milking 2 quarters of hers. But she milked well off them, and again, when we was losing a lot of cows to TB, we sort of had to keep something milking. So yeah, kept her going. She took no harm off it. She just kept her away from the bull. She's been fine, but she'll be gone sooner than later. Now, like I said, she's been a good cow. But it's just how it is. But no, I said, there we go. I've got another 2 dry cows. I'll just chuck to them. Barren cows, should I say? But then I'm going to put them. Like I say, I'll put them across onto the other shed. Then we'll have a talk about the feed when they're over there, right? So, like I say, now they're in. We are a day or two further on. Just whilst they cleaned up what they've got. Winter's more or less definitely here now. Full winter wear. But so what we're going to do, the plan is 42 in that shed. I'm going to do, there's 42 spaces, 22 cows at the minute. So I'm going to put a full mix on. Hopefully that's 2 days. The plan is, I'm going to go at the minute, what are we, 40 to 42. So I'm going to go Gonna go about 5 kilo head of fodder beet, 5 kilo head of straw, probably 4 kilo head of grains, and then the silage. Then I'm going to, let's say the silage is pretty dry. See what it looks. It will be a dry mix, but I'm hoping that will sort of stick them, because the women being dry. Like I said, the low yielders, dry cows in calf heifers. If I think to myself, oh, you know what I mean, they're losing condition, or they aren't doing like I think they should do, I can cut a bit of straw down, give a bit of silage, just whilst we're not rationing preserves, but we're just getting ourselves sorted early doors to see what we can do. If I mean, I think we're all right, but it's just a case if we can work now. It's better than February, March trying to scramble and get what we need, isn't it? But yeah, that's what we'll do. So I'll get loaded up, and we'll get it mixed in and have a look what it looks like. But yeah, we'll do that. Right, so we're all loaded, stirred up. We'll drop it down and have a look at it, eh? I think, perhaps just looking at what's bobbing above the feeder wagon, I reckon I could probably go a bit harder with, a bit higher with straw content if needs be. But let's see, I'll see. When it's in, we'll have a look how they're eating it and stuff. But anyway, we'll drop it down. So that's it, feeds in. It's not too bad. However, we just, like I say, it's a bit of dry silage. You can feel the grains in it. Straw. It might be a touch on the dry side. It doesn't feel dry. Feels pretty damp. Fodder beet there, look in it. Been a big fodder beet here somewhere, wherever it is. But we'll no fodder beet, it's a small one. But what we'll do, like this down there, what we'll do is see how they go on it for a day or two, really. And it might have to be adjusted. I do think, like I say, look at it now. I could go a kilo or two more of straw in it if I needed, just to make it even a bit drier. Now, I'm not going for dry, but a bit bulk it out with the straw, you know, because there's some, like I say, they aren't being low yielders and stuff. They haven't got to be pushed. But as I say, I can put more grains in. I can get the grains, I can get the fodder beet, so I can use that, can't I? If I need to. But no, there's a couple. There's a couple in here that have gone. Let's see this. Adding to it now, like she's fresh carved. So two's there. But once they get going, once they're in the tank and they've got settled, I'll chuck them, put them in other shed there, like. Well, they're eating it, aren't they? Put Jersey. But no, so that's it. We'll see how it goes from there. It is. It's just, well, beauty of the feeder wagon. You can chuck out what we wanted, it mix it up and make a fit diet out of it. It is very, this year, trial and error and just working with what we've got, isn't it? Because, like I say, next year we might have a lot of feed and it might be a completely different scenario, but just this year it's just important to try and manage what we've got. Mainly so the milk cows have got the best stuff. If the milk cow, as long as the biggest milkers have got the best feed, best silage, we can supplement everything else with corn and minerals, and we can work that, can't we? But anyway, right, on to the next job. So that's them fed, done. I say we'll see how we get on in a day or two. We might adjust that a bit, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Should be all right, that. But no, right. So we'll leave you there, and convene back on feeding in another week or two, when we get feeding in a different shed and looking what we're giving them. But anyway, right. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to drop me a like and subscribe, and I shall see you all next Saturday at 6. Ciao.